なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. So the data download is in. Boy, do we have a lot of questions. Number 1, what is Pan's full kit? Number 2, what are the stat spreads for both Shallot as well as the game original Gohan and Trunks? And number 3, any new equips? Let's go ahead and quickly check. I'm going to start with Gohan and Trunks. This is a Hybrid Saiyan future character that they decided to make ranged, and both of their mainstay teams are strike oriented. I know that they said you could make this character work with Gogeta, he synergizes well with them. I think they're lying. Just because this character is ranged does not mean all of a sudden Gogeta has his perfect partner to run with him. The smartest thing that they could do here is to give him an even stat spread, but I get the feeling they won't do that. Let's see. And nope, they are a little more blast oriented, around 20,000. It's not as bad as Gogeta's. I think Gogeta's like 22 or 23,000 difference. In this case, it's around 19k. But yeah, they're definitely a more blast oriented character. Kind of a okay HP pool, but overall not too bad at all from them. Shallot, I am curious though. How do they handle you? Yeah, Shallot is definitely more blast oriented. That's fine. Really low on the strike attack actually, because remember he's being arts boosted right now, so only 240k-ish. That's not high at all, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. Actually, hold on. What kind of held cards do you have? Arts. It's a strike and blast. You never know, right? Sometimes a character can totally change the value that they provide based off of the cards that they give. So that's fine with you. And then Pan. Very curious about Pan. You guys have heard me say it before, but I think 1% characters that heavily focus on being support types age way better than 1% that try to do anything else. Red Pan is such a good example. I think she was the mainstay support for, what, a year? We had Ku, who was a great support for Daima, as obnoxious as he was. The Feet Ku, you know, the Saiyan Saga Goku, everyone called him. That guy aged pretty well as well. Shin was great. There's just a ton of 1% characters that, as support characters, have lasted a long time. So Pan being heavily support oriented, I think she too could fit the bill here. She has very powerful disrupt effects, but let's see what she does. So on hit, the enemy takes extra damage from her strikes and blasts. Her blue card, on activation, 30% blue card damage. On hit, subcount on switch -5. Huge. Huge. Pan has monstrous disrupt effects. Her HP falls down a quarter. She's going to destroy the entire enemy hand and raise their subcount, making a total shutdown of the combo. All enemy damage received plus 20%, so a team-wide debuff. Her green card draws a card, heals 15%, 40 key, 5 timer counts of covered all, ally subcount -3, just like the red Pan from before. At least this time we don't have to hear it's not working. It sounds like she just says peace. So maybe it's not as bad. Also, if 40 timer... Wait, what did that say? Also, if 40 timer counts have elapsed from the battle start, you draw another card, get 20% damage, go type neutral, and remove enemy vanish. Wow. That's such a powerful green card. My word. Taking away vanish? That used to be a main ability. Damn, Pan. Very strong. Ultimate. On activation, 50% ult damage. On hit, enemy key -100. All enemy health restore -50% for 30 counts. All enemy key recovery -100% for 5 counts. Basically making a total shutdown of your combo potential. All enemy health restore -50% is pretty clutch in this meta. Again, everybody heals. Show up on the field, they heal. Use a strike or a blast, they heal. Use a green card, heal. taking away 50% of all those healing possibilities is huge. It helps you deal with teams that just don't feel like they'll die, like powerful opponent. So that's pretty cool. Her main ability, draw the ult, get 50 key. Ally health plus 20%. That's an absurd team-wide heal. Cancel ally attribute downgrades under normal conditions. Pretty nice if you have to deal with paralysis. And ally subcount -3. More subcount manipulation. Starter ability, damage plus 280%. Charge attack damage plus 50%. So charge attacks are your kicks and your overdrives. Damage guard plus 270%. 40% key recovery. Level 1 card draw speed. And she takes type neutral damage for 40 counts. That's a lot. She also provides ally hybrids, Sun Family, and Movie Saga characters 30% damage, 10% damage guard, and subcount on switch -1, meaning you can swap between these characters far more frequently. She's going to be a mainstay for both movies and hybrids, I think. I think it's going to be Pan, the new game original character, and Sorta Hope, or FSK. And then for movies, it's probably going to be Green Broly, Red Gogeta, and the Pan. I think that's what people are going to be going with. On battlefield entry, draw a card, get 30 key, nullify cover change, destroy an enemy card. If 40 timer counts have elapsed, get 70% additional damage, ghost type neutral, ally damage plus 20%. So after 40 counts, these characters, these tags, get 50% damage inflicted from her support. That's nuts. On charge attack hit, overdrive gauge plus 20%, ally subcount -10, prevent all enemy switching. This right here is what's insane. Ally subcount -10 and prevent all enemy switching. So they are expecting you to land the kick with Pan. You then use a card to combo, and then you're gonna go swap out to another ally that has maybe what, 3 timer counts worth of free damage to whoever you're facing right now. That's crazy. They know that the kick could be a pretty risky play, but the reward here is absurd. 20% overdrive gauge is nuts, because 150 your overdrive being filled up means you could just quickly swap to somebody else and kill whoever's there. Ally subcount -10 means you have access to your entire team, and then your opponent not being able to swap out for 5 counts. That's just way too much time to have free damage. It's crazy what they gave this character. When hit by an enemy's arts, if your health is 75% or lower, 2 times, she's going to heal 30%, going back to max HP, destroy the entire enemy hand, and have all enemy subcount +2. Meaning, if your opponent is disrupted, they can't just go and swap to another character to extend the combo. They are locked in. And there aren't that many characters with card protection right now. So Pan has a really strong disrupt. When she returns to standby, draw a card if your hand is 3 or fewer, 30 key, and ally health plus 10%. I actually think it's been a while since we've seen a support character, when going to standby, draws a card. So now you're looking at allies that can get up to 2 cards in their hand. What the 10% heal? Craziness. Cover change against a strike, chainable with the blue. Her Z ability is double defense, but for hybrids, she gives some base strike attack. Yeah, man. I think Pan looks sick. I find her very interesting. This charge kick ability and all the benefits that it provides, very, very strong. I like what she does. She's a pretty cool character. What else did I want to look at? I wanted to look at equipment options. Yes. Let's see. This is the team I'm going to be using. This is the team I'm going to be using to showcase Gohan and Trunks. It's a little weird, but part of this is because they made them ranged on tags that are always been strike oriented. So for this, I'm going to run them on future, but I'm going to make the bench all blast based. Trunks and Vegeta, full power Frieza, Kid Buu. That's 3 blast based Z abilities, a 4th with them in the leader slot, and then I can provide at least Zenkai buffers for everyone else to ensure I'm not really pulling away from their capabilities. And in terms of the deck, we're looking at an even spread of 9 strike cards, 9 blast cards. So it's probably one of the better teams you could run for them. Now see these equips. I don't think we're going to see Zaha's unique here. Oh, I already see this. What is this? 30% strike or 30% blast attack, 12% max HP, 15% strike attack if this character is melee type, 15% blast attack if this character is range type. This is a pretty solid equip. They knew Shallot and these game original characters have like no decent equipment options, so it's smart that they released that. There is this 18% base blast defense, 12% to own blast defense if a future other than this character is a battle member, 18% strike defense, 12% pure strike defense if a hybrid stand other than this character is a battle member, base health 10%, health restore 10%, purple future. Purple future? What? Is this supposed to be for like Ultra CMZ? Purple future? If the idea was to make this exclusive for the new game original character, why would they restrict it to purple and future? Who else were they thinking of when they're thinking this? The only other purple future character I could see benefiting from a purely defensive build is CMZ. Wonder why those restrictions. We got also the game original unique equip this. 12% special move, 38% strike defense, 38% blast attack. I mean, it's okay. How many options, how many equipment options does Shallot even have? There's this Giblet equip. 20% to both defenses, 10% to own strike and blast defense if there's another game original battle member other than this character, and then 10% to own strike attack and defense when a melee type is a battle member, or 10% to own blast attack and defense when a range type ally is a battle member. Okay, those are decent equips. This is probably the big winner. Max HP, pure offense, base offense, not bad. And this Awakened equip is kind of whatever. It's really strong defensive equip, but I don't really think you're going to want to build the new characters defensively. I think you want to go all in on that offense. Really take advantage of that beautiful anti-endurance. So overall, not a bad update. Yeah, this is the team I'm going to use for them. And then for Shallot, I haven't really decided yet. I'm definitely going to run him with Gogeta, I think. Probably going to be going with Gogeta in some way, shape, or form, just because those two align pretty well. Maybe I'll throw 13 in the mix. He's still in the A tier boost, but I know people want me to sort of hold off on using 18 because he can mask a lot of holes in these characters' kits. But you know, 13 synergizes so well with Shallot. Main ability gives a green and a blue. Shallot just pops the green. That's 2 blue cards in his hand right away. And then because your unique gauge is going to be at 25%, you can get 2 greens, translating to 3 blues, essentially guaranteeing you a wide variety of different effects. And odds are one of those are going to be the Faint Chance. Very strong start into the match. By the way, I want to start off these showcases with a strong team because I have to be at the hospital for 8 a.m. my time. PvP resets at 5 a.m. and I got 3 showcases I got to get done in around 2 hours. So I'm hoping that works out. But overall, looks like a pretty exciting time. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think. But until it is time, I'm not sure if I'll be live for the summons. I'll try to be. But if I am live, I'll be live on Twitch. But until then, fellas, let me know what you think. Peace.